It's 11 questions on game shows and a quick interview with my new friend Chris, who won over $20,000 with his mom on Wheel of Fortune. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be? And welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out my daily trivia show. If you hear some noises in the background, I have the baby monitor at this very moment, and he's sleeping just a few rooms over, so you might hear some extra fuzzy background noise. But I have to make sure that I am in control if he wakes up and decides to start backflipping out of the crib, which he has been known to do. We had to lower it and keep lowering it, and now I think it's at the lowest spot. But he's starting to climb stuff, so it's getting wild. That's my 1-year-old Tommy. I also have a daughter named Annabelle. She's 4. We had a nice little breakfast with Grandpa today. And because I have a job where I usually work at night, it's awesome that I get to do this during the day. I get to hang out with them, go to the park, eat some eggs and bacon at a place called Mr. D's Diner in San Dimas, California, and just, live my fullest life. And that's thanks to guys like you, guys and gals, who donate to this show and help it make it bigger and better every single day. So thank you, thank you, thank you. This week has been a crazy week for pledges on Patreon. You could always donate over at patreon.com/trivia with buds, and you can join the likes of Mo Martinez, who upped his donation from $10 to $12. Thank you, Mo. Mona Bray just jumped in with a $1 pledge. Sweet Abby Cakes from Michigan just jumped in with a $5 pledge. Denise Leonard, $10 pledge, and Anna Evans, $5 pledge. So thank you so much for helping me do this trivia thing full time. Every dollar helps, and like I said a couple weeks ago, we got to pay off the very last of a credit card with all the Patreon donations from 2018 for the 6 months or so that I had it going. So that was super helpful, and you guys are a big part of my daily business in my daily life. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And Anna, Denise, Abby, Mona, and Mo, thank you guys for jumping on in the last couple weeks. We have a great episode for you today. It's all about game shows. This was recorded live at Telco Brewing in Santa Clarita, California, one of my brand new trivia spots up by Magic Mountain. If you live anywhere near Valencia, Santa Clarita, Castaic, anywhere up that way, you can play with me every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. This Sunday, I'm doing a wedding for my cousins, my wife's cousins, and I'll be officiating that in the AM. It's like a backyard wedding with donuts and pizza. Very excited about it. And then I will be shooting up to Santa Clarita to host at Telco for week number 2. So I would love to see you if you live anywhere near that area. You can get all the details at triviawithbuds.com, and you can RSVP for a bonus point at that same website. Brand new website coming soon, so be on the lookout for that. Took a bunch of promo pictures with my friend Spencer Croce, so look for some new fun pictures on social media as well, and about 12 of those are going to be edited for the different banners on the different pages of the website. So that stuff is all coming. Also, Brian Ward, shout out to Brian Ward, who did some brand new podcast art for me. We mentioned it on the last couple episodes, but as you can see, if you're listening on any device, there should be a brand new logo for the show. It's like a blue background. It's my face. He took some wrinkles off my face that make me look younger and made my eyes real twinkly. I look like an anime character, and it is flattering, so check that out. I have different backgrounds, so we'll be switching those out every month or so just to keep things fresh. And this episode today also has a great interview with a new friend of mine. This couple named Chris and Jordan were sitting just to my left at Telco Brewing last week. And when we got to the game show thing, I said, has anyone ever been in a game show? And Chris said, hey, I was on Wheel of Fortune. I won $20,000 with my mom. And I said, you gotta let me talk to you about that. So in between the questions and answers on today's episode, listen for that Wheel of Fortune interview. If you have a topic that you want me to do on an upcoming episode, drop me a line, ryanbuds@gmail.com, or guarantee I do a topic by pledging $5 or more over on patreon.com/trivia with buds. We're going to jump into these 11 questions on game shows and that Wheel of Fortune interview with Chris right about now. Here we go.
This is our 4th round of the day. 1 round left after this. Number 1, game shows is the topic. Up until 2009, how much was the first question worth if you got it right on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Question number 2. Who was the original host of the $10,000 Pyramid? Number 2. who is the original host of a game show called the $10,000 Pyramid? Number 2, game shows. Number 2. Here's number 3. What network aired the Chuck Woolery hosted show, Greed? This was a fun one. You got to bank money and screw people over. It was called Greed. I also like Chuck Woolery at another show he hosted. We're going to spell out 5-letter words. Number 3, what network aired the Chuck Woolery hosted show, Greed? Here's number 4. What game show is primarily known for its costumed contestants? There's an old version and a newer version. Number 4, what game show is primarily known for its costumed contestants? Number 4. Number 4. Mark it off if you know it. Number 4. Number 5. Number 5, game shows. Number 5 on Jeopardy currently. What is the highest dollar amount you can win for a question in Double Jeopardy? Number 5, Double Jeopardy, the second half of the game. What's the highest dollar amount you can win for a question in Double Jeopardy? Number 5. Number 6, how many total briefcases are on Deal or No Deal? How many total briefcases are on Deal or No Deal? Number 6. Number 6, how many total briefcases on that show? Deal or No Deal? Number 6. Number 7, who is the host of Double Dare? Remember that show, Double Dare? Who is the host of Double Dare? Write down the name of that host. Who is the host of Double Dare? Number 7. Here's number 8. One versus Blank was a game show hosted by Bob Saget. Number 8. One versus Blank was a game show hosted by Bob Saget. Number 8. Number 8. Number 9. What school-friendly show was hosted by Jeff Foxworthy? What school-friendly show was hosted by Jeff Foxworthy? Game shows. Number 9. What school-friendly show was hosted by Jeff Foxworthy? Number 9. Number 10. How many contestants typically play against each other on Wheel of Fortune? Number 10. How many contestants typically play against each other on Wheel of Fortune? This is the one game show I feel like I would dominate. Every time I watch it, I'm like, killing it. Number 10. How many contestants typically play against each other on Wheel of Fortune? You were on it? How'd it go?
Won like 20,000.
Really? When was this?
3 years ago.
Guys, my friend Chris over here was on Wheel of Fortune. He won 20 grand 3 years ago. Drinks on him. I'm just kidding. That money is gone. Long gone. Number 10. And number 11. Name any 2 hosts of Family Feud besides Richard Dawson and Steve Harvey. Name any 2 hosts of Family Feud besides Richard Dawson and Steve Harvey. You got to get 1 point for each one you name. You just got to name any other 2. That's the end of round number 4 game shows. We'll be right back with the answers. Any repeats? Cheers.
I'm sitting here with my pal who I just found out won about 20 grand on Wheel of Fortune 3 years ago. His name is Chris. Chris, what's your last name?
Stro.
Stro. Chris Stro, all the way here from Santa Clarita, California. Tell me about your Wheel of Fortune experience.
Well, it was me and my mom. We did a family segment, and
Was it something she wanted you to do or something you want to do or both?
my mom's a diehard Wheel of Fortune fan, and she's really good at it. I'm okay, but there's 2 letters on the board. She can guess it right.
Wow.
And it took us 18 months to go through the whole process, and we finally got on, and we ended up doing pretty well and making a trip to the Bahamas.
That's amazing. Oh, you got a trip as well as some money.
Yes.
That's very cool, man. You can never go on the game show again, right? Once you're on it once?
We cannot go on the game show over again, and we had to wait at least like 5 to 7 years to be on another game show.
Any other game
afterwards
show.
as well.
Very cool. Would you highly recommend being on that show? I imagine you would, winning that kind of money and stuff.
100%. It does take a lot of skill.
More than people think.
You wouldn't think it would.
Yeah.
You get paired up with people. You have to do certain like rounds beforehand, so they pair you up.
Yeah.
And it's difficult.
Did you do a lot of prep with your mom, like just watching episodes, or how did you?
We did do a few PlayStation rounds with the games, and we played on TV, and it's a lot quicker on TV rather than when you're sitting at home.
It's only about 20 minutes of total tape, right?
Yeah, total tape. It's very quick, very fast, but it's a lot harder than anyone thinks.
Very cool. Last question. What is something cool you bought with a portion of that money?
A house. I bought a house with that money. So,
very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Thanks so much. Where can people find you online? Do you do any social media or anything?
I'm a teacher, so I usually don't
Very
post
good.
anything on
Teaching the future how to get on game shows. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Answers to game shows come up right now. See what you got right and wrong on this fourth round. Just 10 questions left when we close out the night. First place getting a gift certificate and some glasses to Telco Brewing. Second place, a RoboCop t-shirt. Third place, Golden Girls Mad Libs. And fourth place, a Sharknado headshot. Number one up until 2009. How much was the first question worth? If you got it right, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? $100. $100. 100 buckaroos. Number one. Number two, who was the original host of the $10,000 Pyramid? Dick Clark. Dick Clark. I watched the Super Bowl one time, maybe that one you guys were going on about, at Dick Clark's estate in Malibu one year, because I had a friend who worked for Dick Clark Productions, which is still around, but there's only 2 employees. Number 3, what network aired the Chuck Woolery hosted show Greed? Fox. That was a Fox game show, fun game show with Chuck Woolery, Fox. Number 4, what game show is primarily known for its costume contestants? Let's Make a Deal. Let's Make a Deal. Number 5 on Jeopardy currently, what is the highest dollar amount you can win for a question? Double Jeopardy, $2,000. Double Jeopardy, $2,000. Number 6, how many total briefcases are on Deal or No Deal? The answer was 26. So I looked it up because a lot of people put 24, but according to, I don't know, what I looked at, 2 different things said 26. Number 6, it was that and something else. Number 7, who was the host of Double Dare? Mark Summers. Mark Summers. Number 8, 1 versus 100 was a game show hosted by Bob Saget from Full House. Number 9, what school-friendly show was hosted by Jeff Foxworthy? Are you smarter than a 5th grader? Are you smarter than a 5th grader? Number 10, how many contestants typically play against each other on Wheel of Fortune? Except in Chris's case over here, where he was with his mom. It was a 2-on-2-on-2 scenario, but traditionally just 1-on-1-on-1 for 3 total contestants. And the bonus question, name any 2 hosts of Family Feud besides Richard Dawson and Steve Harvey. You could have said Ray Combs, Louis Anderson, Richard Karn, or John O'Hurley, who played Peterman on Seinfeld. Those are your answers for round 4 game shows. Nice job, everybody.
There it was. A great little episode recorded live at Telco Brewing, where you can play trivia with me this Sunday and every Sunday at 3 p.m. in Santa Clarita, California. RSVP on my website, triviawithbuds.com, for a bonus point. That was a ton of fun last week, and week number 2 should be just as fun. Also, a special thanks to Chris for sitting down with me and telling me all about the Wheel of Fortune experience he had with his mom. 20 grand, use some of that money to buy a house. That is amazing. If you want to be on a game show, send me a message. Sometimes people reach out to me because I'm a trivia host in LA, and they go, hey, if you know any people that want to audition to be on a game show, send them our way, and I can add you to an email list for when people are like, hey, we really need people for game shows. So just drop me a line, say game show audition in the subject line, and I'll add you to like a email list, and you'll get some info every time they hit me up. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. Thanks for telling a friend about this trivia show that comes out every single day. Hit subscribe to get a new episode tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And we'll see you tomorrow for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.